Paratmanamekam jagadbijamadyam
Brahmanamekam jagadbijamadyam
niriham nirakaram omkaravedyam
Nireham Nirakaram Karam
yato jayate palyate yena vishvam
Yato Jayate Payate Yena Vishwam
tamisham bhaje liyate yatra vishvam
Tamisham Bhaje Liyate Yatra Vishwam
Sahana bhavatu
Sadhana Bhavatu
Sahano bhunaktu
Sadhano Bhunaktu
Sahaviryam karavavahai
Sahaviryam Karavavahai
Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma
Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma
Vidvishavahai
Vidvishavahai
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
So, we have finished the seventh mantra. The seventh mantra, which described the so-called fourth quarter, which is Turiya Atma. I will take up a few more verses and then summarize the whole thing. Today we will summarize these 7 mantras before we disperse. Actually speaking, the main instruction about the Supreme Reality comes to an end here. With the 7th mantra, it comes to an end. So, what are the remaining 5 verses dealing with? It's a different topic, slightly different topic. In the first 7 mantras, the main subject has been kept before us. The same subject is being kept again in the remaining 5 mantras also, but in a slightly different way. So it is a kind of a different section. So let us go ahead and see. So we have seen that the Turiya is described by negating everything that is changing. The Turiya Atman is that which doesn't change. Everything that is changing and going away, you are not that. This is the simple, plain truth. All the 3 states, they successively follow one another. And the characters inside each state, they are also coming and going. But you don't go. You are always the eternal witness of this movie. You are that Atma. So, the Upanishads presented to us the Atman with the 3 quarters. Remember the illustration of the coin. In the complete coin, you imagine 3 quarters. And whichever quarter you point at, you are actually pointing out at the coin. Any quarter, whether it is the waking quarter, whether it is the dream quarter, whether it is the sleep quarter, it is all Atman. the coin. Coin alone is actually existing. The quarters are mysterious. They appear to exist. And even when they appear to exist, they are, actually speaking, coin. It doesn't have an independent existence. So these quarters, they are experience of something which is not actually existing. What is actually existing is the coin and coin alone. The movie which is seen on the screen is an experience of something which is not actually existing. What is actually existing is the screen and screen alone. This is what Mandukya Upanishad presents to us. Ultimately, whatever we are seeing, whatever we are perceiving, it is all, truly speaking, Atman and Atman alone. When you are watching the movie, you are actually watching the screen. And the movie is this movie of the waking, the dream, and the sleep. This is the movie which is going on. And here, whatever we are perceiving is actually speaking nothing but the screen. As Shankaracharya says, we have always been seeing the screen and screen alone, but we never understood it. In all the three states, we are seeing God with open eyes, but we never understood it. We are thinking that we are seeing the world. The world is just an idea born out of ignorance. World is just an idea born out of ignorance. When this ignorance goes away, this very thing which we were thinking to be the world will be seen to be nothing but Brahman and Brahman alone. Now the consequence of this knowledge, the fruit of this knowledge, that is the subject matter of the next verse. You see, Gaudapadacharya says, here appear the following shlokas. Nivritte sarvadukhanam
Nivritte sarvadukhanam
Ishana prabhuravyayah
Ishana prabhuravyayah
Advaita sarvabhavanam
Advaita sarvabhavanam
Devasturyo vibhusmrutah.
Devasturyo vinusmritah.
Now what is the phala, fruit of this knowledge? Gaudapadacharya says, Ishana Prabhu Avyayah. This Turiya Atman is referred to as Ishana. Ishana means Ishvara, or you may say Lord. He is the ultimate reality. Ishana means the ultimate reality. And it is Prabhu. It is the Lord, Ishvara. And it is Avyaya, unchanging. Everything other than that is changing. And the changing dimension is appearing to exist. Even when the changing dimension appears to exist, what is actually existing is the unchanging Turiya Atman. So this knowledge of this unchanging Turiya Atman, Ishana Prabhu Avyaya, this unchanging Turiya Atman, the knowledge of this unchanging Turiya Atman What is it capable of? Nivritte sarva dukkhana. This knowledge of this unchanging dimension is the one thing which permanently puts an end to all our miseries. This knowledge of this unchanging Turiya Atman, which is the Lord, this knowledge alone puts permanently an end to all the miseries we have in life. It's a very significant statement. Everybody wants dukkha nivritti. Is it not? Everybody wants dukkha nivritti. Nobody wants to be dukhi. But as long as we are mistaking ourselves to be anatman, we cannot escape misery. No matter what you do, you just cannot escape misery. Dukkham is the very outcome of your identification with the anatma. Dukkham is the very outcome of yourself thinking to be something other than the Atma. You have to suffer. You can't escape it. That's why Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti, absolute cessation of misery and suffering, this can come only with the knowledge of this complete kind. The knowledge of the complete kind, the unchanging kind. As long as you consider yourself to be an individual existing in one of the quarters of the coin, there is no end to misery. Once again, I repeat, as long as you think that you are the one individual inside one quarter, the waking quarter, an individual identified with the body and mind, as long as this is your idea about yourself, you cannot escape misery. So, the permanent cessation of misery takes place when you understand that this individual found in one of the quarters, maybe the waking quarter or in the dream quarter, in whichever quarter, that individual who is found, seen to be existing inside the quarter, that is just an appearance. What is actually the real identity of that individual is what? The coin, the screen. What is the real identity of the character seen in a movie? If you're watching a movie, in the movie there is a particular character. Tell me, what is its real status? Is that character really existing? The real status of that character is nothing but the unchanging screen. When that character realizes its real nature as the screen, that alone puts an end to, a permanent end to, all the sufferings and misery of that person. Nothing else can put an end to misery of the human beings. Ishana Prabhu Avyaya Nivritte Sarvadukhanam. Sarvadukhanam Nivritti. The permanent cessation of all dukkha takes place by this knowledge of this Turiya Atman. And what? This Turiya Atman is what? Advaita Sarvabhavana. It is the one Advaita, non-dual reality. The non-dual reality among all the so-called appearing entities. Sarvabhavana, all the so-called appearing entities in the three states, this is the actual non-dual reality, Advaita. Devas Turiyo Vibhusvartaha. And this entity is what is known as Turiya, which is Vibhu, which is all pervading. It is this Turiya which is pervading in all the three states. In all the three quarters, it is this Atman which is pervading. In all the three quarters, the coin is pervading. The coin is pervading in all the three imaginary quarters. That is the Turiya. Karya-karana-baddhaustau
Karya-karana-baddhaustau
Ishete Vishvataijasau
Ishete Vishvataijasau
Pragya-karana-baddhastu
Pragya-karana-baddhastu
Dvautau Turyena Siddhyatah
Dvautau Turyena Siddhyatah
Vishvataijasau Karya-karana-baddhau. Both Vishva and Taijas, they are bound by two defects. Baddhau, they are bound by two defects. The defects of Karya and Karana. So what is this Karana Bandhana? Karana Bandhana refers to the non-apprehension of reality. The non-apprehension of reality. Tattva Agrahanam. This Tattva Agrahanam, non-apprehension of reality, is commonly existing in both Vishwa and Taijasa. Vishwa is Atman in the waking state. Taijasa is Atman in the dream state. And in both these states, we have the non-apprehension of reality, which is Karana Bandhana, and Karya Bandhana is what? Misapprehension of reality. It is this non-apprehension of reality which is the cause, Karana, of the Karya, effect which is misapprehension of reality. When we don't apprehend the reality, we begin to misapprehend the reality. When we are not understanding the rope as rope, we begin to misapprehend the rope as snake. This is exactly what is happening with all of us here. When we are not knowing the reality here in the waking and the dream state, we are misapprehending. Then only we are saying that this is a world. The very idea that this is a world is a misapprehension of reality. So very idea that this is a srishti, the idea that this is a srishti is a misapprehension of reality, which is coming out of non-apprehension of reality. So both Vishwa and Taijasa, they are bound by these two defects. One is Karana Bandhana and other is Karya Bandhana. Karana Bandhana refers to non-apprehension of reality and Karya Bandhana refers to misapprehension of reality. So both the dream and the waking, we find these two defects existing. You see, we are not knowing the reality, and that reality, Atman, is misapprehended as the world. This is our problem. Not knowing the reality, we are thinking that this is world. This is the problem. You see how beautiful it is. When we don't know the reality, we misapprehend the reality. So this waking and dream has got both these defects of non-apprehension as well as misapprehension. Tattva agrahana and tattva anyatha grahana. Both these things are existing in waking as well as dream. But pragya karana baddhastu. Pragya has got only one defect. Pragya is Atman in the sleep state. Atman in the sleep state, which is known as pragya. Pragya is suffering from only one defect. What is that defect? Tattva agrahanam. Non-apprehension of reality. There is no misapprehension of reality in deep sleep. So, the waking and dream is suffering from the defects of both non-apprehension of reality as well as misapprehension of reality. Whereas the deep sleep state is suffering from the defect of only non-apprehension of reality. Now, the last statement is Dvautau Turye Nasiddhyata. In Turiya Atman, there is neither non-apprehension of reality nor misapprehension of reality. It's a beautiful. See, when we realize the Turiya Atman, both these defects are gone. Once the truth is revealed, the non-apprehension also is gone. And when the non-apprehension, which is the cause, is gone, its effect in the form of misapprehension will also go away. So both these defects of non-apprehension as well as misapprehension do not exist in Turiya Atman. In our true nature, it is not existing. It is only in ignorance. Both these defects, they are doing their job. That's all. Now, Natmanam na paramshchaiva
Atmanam param shaiva
na satyam na pichanratam
satyam vichamritam
pragya kinchana samvetti
pragya kinchana samvritti
turyam sat sarvadrik sada.
turyam satsarvatrikshada.
How is that pragya is conditioned by cause? Pragya is conditioned by karana bandhana, means non-apprehension of reality. Pragya means Atman in the deep sleep state. Atman in the deep sleep state, there is no apprehension of reality. Non-apprehension of reality is existing there. And how is it that the two conditions of non-apprehension and misapprehension of reality do not exist in Turiya? In Turiya, both these defects are not there. Whereas in Pragya, the non-apprehension of reality is there. How? The reason is, Gaudapadacharya is saying, Na atmanam na paramshchaiva na satyam napi chandritam pragya kinchana samvetti. Pragya is that state which does not apprehend anything. It is neither na atmanam. Pragya does not know anything of the self or the non-self. It is neither knowing Atman nor is it knowing Anatman. There it is complete darkness. Na atmanam, na paramshchaiva, na satyam, napi chandritam. Neither satyam, truth, nor falsity. Nothing is known. In deep sleep state, we don't apprehend anything. It is complete darkness, is it not? It is complete tamas. But Turyam Sat, Sarvadrik Sada. Turiya is the only thing which is Satyam, and it is always seeing and knowing everything. Sarvadrik, it is the seer of everything, always. It is always the seer of everything. In Pragya, there is no knowledge of anything. Whereas in Turiya, it is blazing knowledge. It is knowledge itself. In fact, you cannot talk about it, whether it is this or that. But it is blazing light, whereas Pragya is full of darkness. Now, many people, there are some schools of thoughts, they equate our deep sleep state with samadhi. These are all distortions which come. There are schools of thoughts which equate that deep sleep itself is samadhi. There can be no greater blunder than this. To remove that misconception is the next verse. Do not equate the so-called deep sleep state with samadhi. No, it's not. Deep sleep state is complete darkness. Turiya is totally the opposite of that. So what Gaudapadacharya is saying that Dvaitasya agrahanam tulyo
Dvaitasya agrahanam tulyo
Dvaitasya agrahanam tulyam
Dvaitasya agrahanam tulyam
Ubhayo pragya turyayo
Ubhayo pragya turyayo
Bija nidra yuta pragya
Bija nidra yuta pragya
Sacha turyena vidyate.
Sacha turyena vidyate.
Now then, why this confusion comes, Why people, many people, not all, some people, they confuse this state of deep sleep to be samadhi. One of the reasons is that Dvaitasya agrahanam tulyam ubhayo pragya turyayo. Both in deep sleep as well as in Turiya, the duality is not existing. Is it not? When we go to deep sleep, everything is gone. All duality is gone. Is it not? We don't experience anything called duality there. This Dvaita Prapancha is gone in deep sleep. This so-called the phenomenon of universe is completely gone. The same thing is also happening in Turiya. In Turiya also the phenomenon of the universe is gone. Apparently they look same. Absence of Prapancha or Dvaita Prapancha is seemingly the feature of both Turiya as well as Pragya. Not actually, seemingly. It seems that Dvaita Prapancha is not perceived in both these states. It is not perceived in Pragya, nor is it perceived in Turiya. Absence of Dvaita Prapancha seems to be common to both these states. But this is the reason why many people, they mistakenly, they equate this state of deep sleep to be samadhi. No. Why they are not same? They are totally opposite actually. Why they are not same? Bija nidra yutaha pragya. Pragya suffers from the defect of bija nidra. Bija nidra is ajnana nidra. There the word prapancha is not manifested, but the bija of the prapancha is very much there. Bija is the seed. The seed of the prapancha is very much there. It is only not manifested. So not perceiving the universe may seem to be the common feature of both the Turiya and Pragya, but we should understand that in Pragya, the seed of the prapancha is very much there. It is only a matter of time. The moment you wake up from the deep sleep, once again the prapancha is back. But in Turiya, there is no seed. A person who has realized the Turiya, for him the prapancha is once and for all times gone. He will be saying Turiya and Turiya alone at all times. This is the drastic difference between these two. For a realized person who has experienced the Turiya, he will be knowing everything to be Turiya, Atman and Atman alone. But a person who is waking from deep sleep, he comes back with the same idea of the world, prapancha. So in deep sleep, the prapancha is only temporarily suspended, where the seed of the prapancha is very much existing. So, absence of prapancha appears to be equally existing in both Turiya and Pragya. But actually speaking, in Pragya, the prapancha is very much existing in a seed form. It is not gone. So, please do not equate Pragya with Turiya. They are totally two different things. In Turiya, there is no seed of prapancha anymore. It's gone. For that person, even when he, in all the three states, he is saying Turiya Atman alone. This is a very important difference. Swapna nidra yutau adyau
Swapna nidra yutau adyo
Pragyastva swapna nidraya
pragyasva swapna nidraya
nanidram naivacha swapnam
nanidra naiva cha swapnam
turye pashyanti nishchitaha.
turye pashyanti nishchitaha.
Swapna nidra yutau adyau. Adyau means in Vishwa and Taijasa. In these two states, both of them have the defects of Swapna and Nidra. Here, Swapna means misapprehension of reality. Nidra means non-apprehension of reality. So both Vishwa and Taijasa, they suffer from the defect of Both misapprehension of reality caused by non-apprehension of reality. Pragyastu aswapna nidraya. And in pragya, there is no misapprehension of reality, but only non-apprehension of reality. Nanidra naivacha swapnam turiye pashyanti nishchita. But it is firmly concluded that in Turiya there is neither swapna nor nidra. In Turiya there is neither non-apprehension of reality nor is there the misapprehension of reality. Here there is a very important point. Actually speaking, now we are talking about three states: the waking, the dream, and sleep. Actually speaking, you may say all the three states are states of sleep only. When we are not comprehending the reality, we are all fast asleep. Even now, as long as we have not realized the Atman, no one is awake here actually. No one is awake. Who is awake? No one is. Only Brahmagyani alone is an awake person. Rest, the whole creation is fast asleep. This is what Gita says, Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyame. Yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune. So these are totally two different situations. It is Muni. The real Brahmagyani alone is awake. Rest everybody is sleeping. That is Ajnana Nidra. So actually speaking, we can say there are not three states. It is all the states of sleep only. At the most, we can say there are two states: sleep and dream. There is nothing like waking state. Because the so-called waking and dream, both are dream only. You understand? The so-called waking and dream, both these states are actually speaking dream. Because what is the characteristic of dream? In dream, we have the defect of both non-apprehension as well as misapprehension. Now, this misapprehension is happening in both the states. So, actually, both the states are only dream only. So, at the most, we can say that in ignorance, there are not three states. There are only two states: states of sleep and dream. We are sleeping and we are dreaming. We are sleeping and we are dreaming. This is going on. No one is awake here. But in Turiya, there is neither sleep nor dream. Neither sleep nor dream means there is neither non-apprehension of reality nor is there misapprehension of reality. That is our true nature. Now, how do we understand that we have realized the Turiya Atman? How do we understand? How do we make sure that we have realized the Turiya Atman?
Desire.
That is one category. That is one category, very important.
Compassionate.
Huh?
Compassionate.
Now you see, that is what being answered here. Huh? So how do you, Seema, how will you know that you have realized Turiya Atman? How will you know it?
I should be detached from worldly things, sensory objects, and all.
Anandam.
Yes.
And then I should be peaceful. I should look everyone equal.
You see, now that is the answer is here. And what you have said is all true, but a very precise answer is given by Gaudapadacharya. How do you understand that you have realized Turiya Atman? See? Anyatha granhata swapno
Anyata granata swapno
nidra tattvamajanatah
nidra tattvamanatah
viparyase tayokshine
viparyase tayokshine
turiyam padamashnute.
turiyam padamashnute.
Turiyam padamashnute. You attain to the state of Turiya Atman when this condition is fulfilled. What is the condition? See, Anyatha granhata swapno. Swapna is that state in which we misapprehend the reality. Swapna is that in which we are misapprehending the reality. And Nidra is what? Tattvamajanatah. In Nidra and deep sleep, we are not knowing the reality. Not knowing the reality and misapprehending the reality. This dream is going on. Here both non-apprehension of reality and misapprehension of reality is existing. If you go to deep sleep state, there is only non-apprehension of reality. Now, what happens? He says, Viparyase tayokshine. When both this viparyasa comes to an end, turiyam padamashnute. Turiya will be realized when both these viparyasa, means both these defects, when these two defects are gone, then you have realized the turiya. That means if you have realized the turiya, misapprehension is gone. Your idea of the sense of world is gone. That's what I'm saying. This world is existing only in ignorance. It is not that this will go away. We always have an idea. We think that all these things will vanish. No, it's not like that. Problem is not with what we are seeing. Problem is with our understanding about what we are seeing. Somehow, owing to this Mahamaya, we have concluded that what we are perceiving is world. This is misapprehension of Brahman. Brahman is being misapprehended as world. What you are seeing is nothing but world. So for a Turiya Jnani, a person who has realized the truth, for him this misapprehension is gone. Even when he is seeing this, he is knowing that it is my own self. It is Brahman. It is Turiya Atman, nothing else. This viparyasa is gone. And at the root of this viparyasa, at the root of this misapprehension of reality is a non-apprehension of reality. When you are not apprehending Turiya Atman, then only you misapprehend it. So that's why Turiya Atman is realized when both these defects are gone. So, suppose if Seema, tomorrow you realize the Turiya Atman. So what will happen? Neither will there be non-apprehension of reality and nor the misapprehension of reality. You will be seeing God with open eyes. You will be seeing God with the open eyes. Your idea that what you are seeing is world is gone. For a Brahmagyani, it's all God and God alone. It's all divinity and divinity alone. This is how Turiya is realized. When you realize Turiya, this is what is going to happen. Both the defects of non-apprehension of reality as well as the misapprehension of reality is gone. Now comes the lion roar of Vedanta. The real lion roar of Gaudapadacharya and Shankaracharya. Literally lion roar. What is it? So beautiful. This verse is the favorite of all Vedantins because it is a plain truth, plain naked truth. Everything out of this is just an imagination. See what Gaudapadacharya is saying, and Shankaracharya's commentary is simply beautiful. He's saying, Anadimaya supto
Anadimaya supto
yada jiva prabudhyate
yada jiva prabudhyate
ajam anidram aswapnam
ajam anitram swapnam
advaitam buddhyate tada.
advaitam buddhyate tada.
So beautiful. Gaudapadacharya is saying that this jiva, Shuddhidananda, jiva, miserable jiva. Jiva is always miserable. Seema, as a jiva, it's a miserable. Ramphal, as a jiva, miserable. But what is this jiva? We are fast asleep. In sleep, we are thinking that I am a jiva. Sleep is what? Non-apprehension of reality. As long as we have not apprehended the reality, we think I am Shuddhidananda, I am Ananta, I am Ramphal, I am Sudhir, I am Sneha, and all these things. It's a miserable state. This jiva, when this jiva prabudhyate, when this jiva awakens, every word is so beautiful. Awakens from what? Anadi Mayaya Supto. He wakes up from the beginningless sleep of Maya. We don't know when the sleep started. It is not possible for anyone to know when this sleep started because it is not possible. This Anadi Maya Nidra is going on. And when this Jiva wakes up from this sleep, this is the real waking up. This is the meaning of arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Awake from this Maya Nidra. That is the meaning of this statement. Uttashtita Jagrata. Jagrata means, come on, be awake. Now, wake up from this Maya Nidra. That is the meaning. We apply that statement everywhere. You want to become an engineer? Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. You want to become an IT expert? Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. It's good. You can apply it everywhere. It is a very positive statement. But actually, it means this. That waking up is this waking up from this Maya Nidra. When this Jiva wakes up from this beginningless Maya Nidra, what happens? Amazing. What will be his understanding? One who was thinking himself or herself to be Seema, Ramphal, Seema will then roar. Ajam, you are unborn. Anidram, where there does not exist the non-apprehension of reality. Anidram. The Nidra is gone. What is Nidra? Non-apprehension of reality is Nidra. This non-apprehension of reality comes to an end. Ajam, Anidram, and Aswapnam. Aswapnam. Swapnam is what? Miscomprehension of reality. What you are thinking, world, it's gone. Both Nidra and Swapna is gone. And you realize you're unborn, deathless dimension. Ajam, Anidram, Aswapnam, Advaitam Bodhyate. You will realize your Advaita nature, Atman. Beyond Nidra and beyond Swapna, the unborn, deathless nature. This Jiva who was sleeping in this beginningless Maya Nidra, when he wakes up from this sleep, he or she will realize himself or herself to be this so beautiful. Ajam, every word is important. Unborn, birthless. And Anidram, Aswapnam means both non-apprehension of reality as well as misapprehension of reality is gone. He or she is realizing himself or herself to be that unborn, immortal, Turiya Atma. So beautiful. Your Shankaracharya's commentary is so beautiful. You see, I will just read the commentary. In Sanskrit, it is even more charming actually. English cannot capture that spirit, but still, let us read the English portion here. One who is called the Jiva. Who is this Jiva? One who is subject to the law of transmigration. Jiva is one who keeps on transmigrating from one body to the other. We don't know for how many lives, how many times we have been changing one body to the other. It is going on endlessly. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani chatareshaya, iha samsare, kaludustare, kripaya pare, ahimurare. So Shankaracharya, absolutely scintillating. Again birth, again death, again entering into the mother's womb, again born, again dying. This, what is samsaranam? Samsaranam means transmigration. Jiva is transmigrating. Endlessly it is transmigrating. As long as the Jiva doesn't awake from this Maya Nidra, this process of this cycle of birth and death keeps on rolling. It doesn't stop. So Jiva is one who is subject to the law of transmigration. Sleeping under the influence of Maya, Every sentence is important. We are all sleeping under the influence of Maya, which is active from time without beginning. This Maya Nidra is active from time without beginning. It is beginningless. We don't know from when it started. And which has the double characteristics of non-apprehension and misapprehension of reality. This Maya Nidra has got the double characteristic of non-apprehension and misapprehension of reality. Maya means the one which does not allow you to apprehend the reality and which makes you misapprehend the reality. This is the function of Maya. Maya, the Shakti, is one which makes you ignorant of the reality and also misapprehend the reality. This is the dual function of the Maya. Now see, so this Jiva who is sleeping under the influence of Maya, which is active from time without beginning, and which has the double characteristics of non-apprehension and misapprehension of reality, this Jiva, when this Jiva is fast asleep in this Maya Nidra, what does this Jiva experience? The Jiva experiences such dreams. What kind of dreams? This is my father. This is my son. This is my grandson. This is my property. These are my animals. I am their master. I am happy. I am miserable. I have suffered loss on account of this. I have gained on account of this. All this dream is going on. This is my father, this is my husband, this is my wife. It is all a dream which is going on. It is all happening in Maya Nidra. I have gained this, I have lost this. This is my son, this is my grandson. This is my great grandson. It will go on. Our attachment for grandchildren is even more than to children. Is it not, Shakuntalaji?
Yes.
We become attached to the children, but attachment we have seen to the grandchildren is even more stronger. We become madly attached to the grandchildren. It is going on like this, endlessly. It's a dream going on. My children, my this, my that, my husband, my wife. You see, so beautiful. The Bhashya is so beautiful. So this Jiva is going through all these experiences of, this is my father, this is my son, this is my grandson, this is my property, and these are all my animals. I am their master. I am happy, I am miserable, I have suffered loss on account of this. I have gained on account of this. Then, when the Jiva remains asleep, experiencing these dreams in the two states, he is then awakened by a gracious teacher, Guru, who has himself realized the reality indicated in the Vedanta. See, beautiful. Who wakes up? Who wakes us up? Guru. A Guru comes into our life. And the Guru is the person who comes and tells, my dear child, wake up from this sleep. Enough of this sleep. Bahut ho liya. Ab jago. Jago. This is the function of the Guru. The Guru is a person who comes and opens our eyes to the reality. What a statement it is. How true it is. Now you remember Vivek Chudamani? What Shankaracharya? What should I say? Immortal words. Durlabham trayamai vaitat. Devanugraha haitukam, manushyatvam, mokshutvam, mahapurusha samshaya. The last word is very important. You are born in a human body, Ishvaranugraha. You have desired to know the truth, Ishvaranugraha. Finally, if you get the guidance of a right Guru, Ishvaranugraha. Without the Anugraha of Divine Mother, you cannot get it. If anyone has got all the three things, remember it is happening by the grace of the Divine Mother. So Sri Shankaracharya is saying here, in this way, when the Jiva is fast asleep, into his life comes a gracious Guru. The words are so beautiful. a gracious Guru who himself has realized the great Tattvam propounded by Vedanta, and that Guru comes to awaken the sleeping Jiva by giving that very teaching. Okay, my dear child, you are not what you are thinking yourself to be. You are that. The teaching is what? Tat Tvamasi. You are not this, you are that. You are not that one character inside one quarter of the Atman. You are the Atman, the witness of all the quarters. This is the meaning of Tattvamasi. And in this way, when the Guru instructs and when the Jiva begins to act based upon this instruction, slowly the sleep begins to break. The dream begins to break, and slowly the truth will begin to reveal itself. This is the process. How true it is. How true it is. How true it is. This is what is happening in all spiritual aspirants' life. It is Upanishad alone which can open our eyes. Please note it down. And that instruction has to come from the right source. It is infallible, absolutely infallible. And see, he says so beautiful. When the Jiva remains asleep, experiencing these dreams in the two states, he is then awakened by the gracious teacher who has himself realized the reality indicated by Vedanta. What is that teaching? Tattvamasi. Thou art not this of the nature of cause and effect, but that thou art. Tat Tvam Asi. You are not this, you are that. When the Jiva is thus awakened from sleep, he then realizes his real nature. Following the words of the Guru and the Shastras, Upanishads, he or she is bound to realize there is nothing surprising in this. It is going to happen. It's only a matter of time. Then what is his nature? This Jiva who is awakened from the sleep, he will be realizing his true nature. So what is his true nature? His true nature is what? It is birthless. It is birthless because it is beyond cause and effect, and because it has none of the characteristics such as birth, death, etc., which are inevitably associated with all relative existence. It is birthless. It is devoid of all changes associated with the object of relative existence, including the conditions of cause and effect. And then what? It is anidram, because there does not exist in it the nidra, the cause of the nature of darkness of avidya, which produces the changes called birth, etc. Turiya is free from swapna, because it is free from nidra, which is the cause of misapprehension of reality. It is because the self is free from sleep and dream, therefore the Jiva then realizes himself as the Turiya Atman, birthless and non-dual. Ajam, Advaitam, Aswapnam, Anidram, Advaitam Bhuktyate Tata. So beautiful. It's a lion roar of Vedanta. In this one verse, the whole story is presented to us. From darkness to light, from death to immortality, from unreal to the real. How we are waking up from this Maya Nidra. Now, before I take the next two verses, let me just wind up our whole discussion. Now, where has Om gone now?
Waiting for that. We are waiting for that.
It's all this is Om alone is going on now. It's all, this is the meaning of Om. What is the meaning of Om? Now see, let us go back before I take the other verses. How did this Upanishad start? Shankaracharya said, this first chapter, Agama Prakarana, is dedicated to the ascertainment, determination of the meaning of Om. Why? Om is the way to realize the Atman. Om is Atma Tattva Pratipatti Upaya Bhutam. Every word is important. How is Om the way to realize the Atman? First, we need to understand the so-called world. Okay, now we have to put an end to this misapprehension of reality. Atman is being misapprehended as the world, is it not? Whatever we are seeing, we are thinking that it is a word. So, tentatively, let us give a name to this so-called word. No, I am sorry, I should not say let us give. The name of this word, the naturally existing name of this word can be only Om. It is not that we are giving name Om to this so-called, the word Jagat. No, this name is naturally existing. Why it is naturally existing? We had seen. What is this world? Is it apart from mind? Does this so-called the three states exist apart from mind? We have seen the three states is nothing but mind. Functioning of the mind is what is waking and dream. Non-functioning of the mind is what is sleep. Is it not? When the mind functions, you see waking and dream. When the mind is suspended, you experience sleep. Again, when the mind is activated, you see waking and dream. So, actually speaking, what are the three states? They are all mind alone. This is what we are referring to as world. Is it not? Now, what is mind? What is mind? Words, Shabdam. It's all Shabda only. There is no mind apart from Shabdam. All these particular Shabdams, they are all differentiated forms of the undifferentiated Shabda, which is Om. All these particular words, they are all differentiated forms of the undifferentiated word or sound called Om. That means the entire thing which we are referring to as universe or world, it is nothing but Om. In this Om, now see, this is the naturally existing name. No one has given it. It is existing. Om means word. Word means Om. What is Om? What is the name of the word? What is Om? What is the name of word? Om. This identity of the name and the object signified by the name, this should be very clear in our mind. When this is clear, now, very important. Shankaracharya says, amazing statement. These are all experiential statements which everyone can verify. His statement is that in a single striving, when you have this kind of a perfect understanding that Om and Om is existing, word means Om, is it not? So what is actually what we are perceiving is all Om. Om iti etad aksharam idam sarvam. Is it not? Idam sarvam is what? Om. Means Om alone is existing. So when you utter Om, in that what is happening is the so-called the movie, the so-called the entire universe is slowly dissolving. Literally it happens. From gross to subtle and causal, all the three are Om only. When this gross, subtle and causal through Om, when it gets dissolved, now please tell me what is left. You are left. You are left. When this so-called gross, subtle and causal, which is what is the so-called Jagat, whose name is Om, using this Om, when this so-called, this whole thing gets dissolved, you are left. Shankaracharya says that this Om is the name of the world which got dissolved only in a secondary sense. Actually, the Om's primary meaning is this Atman. So ultimately, Om means what? Atman as well as the three states. Together is Om. Now see, we are determining the meaning of Om. Om means Turiya Atman with the three quarters as well as without the three quarters. Om is the name of the complete coin. With the three quarters, it is Om. Without the three quarters, it is Om. Please note it down. When you utter Om, this should be the complete understanding of reality. Om is indicating the supreme reality. You can take the illustration of coin. With the three quarters, it is Om. Without the three quarters, it is Om. Om means the complete coin. Coin with three quarters, without three quarters. Take the illustration of the movie. The name of the movie is Om. In a cinema theater, the movie is going on. The name of the movie is Om. With the help of the movie, with the help of Om, what we are doing is we are dissolving the movie. When the movie is dissolved, the screen is revealed. So actually, Om is the name of the screen. Tentatively, it is the name of the movie. But actually, primarily, it is the name of the screen. But ultimately, Om will denote both. Actually, there are not both. What is existing is screen alone. See, we have to use these words as if movie and the screen are two things. Are the movie and screen two things? It is one. So, Om means this totality of reality. Now, let us take the next standpoint. Let us take the individual now. Ramphal. Now, what did the Upanishad say there? Upanishad said in the second verse, that which was named as Om. Om iti etadaksharam idam sarvam. All this is Om. Then in the second verse, the Upanishad said that what you refer to as Om, this Jagat, it is all what? Sarvam hi etad Brahma. Is it not? The three quarters of the coin, which you refer to as Om, that the three quarters are nothing but the coin. Coin alone is existing. Then the Upanishad said, Ayam Atma Brahma. You are that. This individual, this Atma is Brahman. Ayam Atma Brahma. And then, so Ayam Atma Chatushpad. This Atman is that which has got four quarters. Now see. Now, who are you, Seema? If I ask this question, the real answer is what you know. You are Chatushpad Atman. You are Chatushpad Atman. You are actually that Atman in which the three quarters are appearing. What is the first quarter? This external structure is the first quarter. Behind this external structure is the second quarter called dream. And behind that second quarter is the third quarter, which is known as sleep. These three quarters are covering, as if it is covering the Atman which is behind. You are that Atman with the three quarters. The gross, the subtle, and the causal. So who are you? Chatushpad Atman. So who are you? And you know what is your name? Your name is Om. You have no other name. Your actual name is Om. And Om means Chatushpad Atman. So who are you, Ramphal? Om means what? What is the name of Chatushpad Atman? What does Om mean? What is the name of Chatushpad Atman? What does Om mean, Anant? What is the name of Chatushpad Atman? What is the meaning of Om? What is the name of Chatushpad Atman? What is your name? Om. Your name is Om. Each one of us is Om here. And what is the meaning of Om? Chatushpad Atman. You are Atman with the three quarters. There is no Shakti, no Manju, no Sneha, no Shakuntala here. What is actually existing is Chatushpad Atman alone. Each one of us, we are all Chatushpad Atmans. And our true name is what? I said in the beginning, you have to be ready to change your identity. But don't worry about our Aadhaar card. In your Aadhaar card, the old name will be there. But in truth, you should know that My real name is Om. You have to meditate on Om like this. Now, Om means your true nature. You are Chatushpad Atman, Ishwar. Who are you? What does it mean?
Chatushpada.
Exactly. This should go into your very bones. This conception should go into your very bones and see where it will take you. It will revolutionize your life. Here and now itself. This is how the sleep is being broken by the Upanishads. This Anadi Maya Nidra is broken by the Upanishads. So Shakuntala, what are you? What does it mean? So you are Chatushpad Atman. Atman with the so-called 3 layers. This gross layer which I am seeing on the surface, it is the waking. Behind that is the subtle, just the mind functioning. It is a dream. Behind that Shakti is the causal. You are still behind that, the Atman. You are that Atman with the 3 layers in front of it. And the name of this whole structure is Om. Now you meditate. Now use this Om for meditation and see where you reach. It has to be verified. This is all meant for verification. Nothing will happen in one day. If you really practice this Om. Now you understand? So what were we discussing in all these days? We were determining the meaning of Om. We had to wait so long to understand this Chatushpad Atman. That's why we first took up the waking quarter. What is this waking quarter? It is Atman's name is given as Vishwa. Then Atman's name, Taijasa. Then Atman's name as Pragya. Atman along with Vishwa, Taijas and Pragya. This totality is what is Om. The Chatushpad Atman is what is Om. And you are that. There is neither Shakti here, nor Seema here, nor Ramphal here, no Shuddhidananda, no Ananta. It's all just Chatushpad Atman. So many Chatushpad Atmans. And everyone's name is what? Runalika, what's your name? So Runalika, what is your name is a contradiction. You are Om. And what does it mean? Wonderful. Now meditate on Om in this way. See where it takes you. This is the discovering of your real identity. That old identity, I am this, I am that. It's all the continuation of this Maya Nidra which goes on. This is how this Maya Nidra is broken. And the Shastras, Upanishads alone can do this job. Write it down. No books can do this. We are made to just, read this, read this, read this. All weakening ideas. No, come out of it. Read the Upanishads and let the sleep be broken now itself, here itself. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask. You have 10-15 minutes, but let the questions be related to. Now, actually speaking, one thing. Now, the main thing is over. Tomorrow morning, you can pack up and go back. Jai Pradaji, what's your name? Some doubt is there, no? No doubt? Bakka? Are you sure you're Om? And what does Om mean? Atman. But some doubt is there.
Yes, Maharaj.
That doubt should go over. This is what is Maranam will further strengthen more and more when you do this thinking, now Maranam, no? All these doubts will begin to go away. You are discovering your true identity. Now stop living with this wrong identity with which we have become used to. You should dare to live with the new identity and put it into practice in your every moment of life. This is what Swami Vivekananda's all utterances you can understand from this standpoint. What is it? Swami says, tell yourself, teach everyone his real nature. Call upon the sleeping soul and see how it awakens. Power will come, glory will come, goodness will come, purity will come, and everything that is excellent will come when the sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. See, thundering words of Vivekananda. What is it? Upanishads. Teach yourself and teach everyone his real nature. Don't hypnotize yourself further, saying that I am this and I am that. Our one job is to teach what is truth, Upanishads. Shankaracharya. Go to the root of it. Teach yourself, teach everyone his real nature. Call upon the sleeping soul. Awaken the sleeping soul and see how it awakens. See the words. Purity will come, power will come, glory will come. Everything that is excellent will come when the sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. When you realize that you are not Ananda or Ramfal or this or that, when you realize that you are Om, which means Chatushpad Atman, then see what happens. These are all meant to be verified. Now you understand the meaning of Om? We were determining the meaning of Om by studying each quarter individually. What is this waking quarter? What is this dream quarter? What is this sleep quarter? And all these quarters are imagined in the Atman. So every person is the Atman in which the three quarters are imagined. And the totality is what is named as Om. So Om means the totality of the reality. What we are perceiving, it's all Om. If this idea is deeply imprinted in your hearts, one utterance is sufficient. You will be illumined. You will begin to live in reality, not in imagination. This is what Shankaracharya said. Om is the Atma Tattva Pratipatti Upayam. Om is the way to realize the truth and the reality. So that is why here in this ashram, Swami Vivekananda didn't want any forms and any of these so-called nothing. Only this one, Om. Advaita. Swami Vivekananda, this was his one passion. I will read Swami Vivekananda some portion. It's so illuminating. After reading Shankaracharya, now in the last day, I want to spend some time reading some Vivekananda's, some outstanding remarks. We should read Vivekananda. Please remember, Shankaracharya and Vivekananda to understand the real position. I always stress this point. It's very important. So any questions we can take up? We have 10 more minutes.
Maharaj,
Yeah.
no question on Om and Chatushpad Atman.
Then?
But the question is, are we lot of Atmans? Because everyone is Chatushpad. So, how is it an Advait? How is it non-dual?
No. See, you first change your identity. That is why I'm saying everyone is, one Atman alone is there. When you really understand that you are Chatushpad Atman, it is not that there are 35 Chatushpad Atmans here. There is only one Atman. But for the time being, you start with this yourself, is it not? Understand yourself in a new light. Then the ultimate Advaita will come. When you know that you are the Atman, everyone is the Atman, everyone not. There is only one Atman, one Brahman on which the three states are playing this game. That is all. Yes, Father?
Swami, maybe we're going to deal with this tomorrow. My question was on the next Karika on 17. Are we doing that tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Never mind.
So see, that the next Karika is very important actually. Prapancho yadi vityeta na nivarteta na samshaya maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthatah. Where is Prapancha? We'll come to that now tomorrow. It's a beautiful. This is the climax now. Where is world? It's Brahman. It is only when we are not apprehending the reality, you're misapprehending it and you're saying that this is world. This is a problem. You come to that point. Yes, Govind.
So maybe for the realized one, there is no misapprehension of reality.
Absolutely no.
Does that mean the realized one does not even dream?
Whatever is, it's all Brahman. See, now because you're dreaming, you're thinking that he's also dreaming. No, realized person doesn't dream. Not dream. See, what is the definition of dream? Dream is what? Misapprehension of reality. In the realized soul, the misapprehension of reality is gone. That means dream is also gone.
So he won't dream like we dream in.
Again, no. He will be perceiving things. But his idea about what he's perceiving is not dream. It is Brahman. You understand?
But during the dream, we are not aware that we are dreaming. So
his experience, see, whatever he will be recollecting, he will also be dreaming. But for him, that dream is no more dream. It is all Brahman. His miscomprehension of that experience is gone. You say that you dreamt. The realized soul will never say that he dreamt. He will say that it was all Brahman. All his experiences are not the experiences of Brahman and Brahman alone. The miscomprehension of reality is gone forever. because the non-apprehension of reality is gone forever. That is the characteristic of a realized soul. Yes, Ishwar?
Maharaj, this might be just a question because of the English, but is there a difference between awareness and knowing or knowledge?
See, Ishwar, these are all just semantics, playing with words, and there's no end to it. Now you have to go to the dictionary, what is awareness, what is knowing, what is consciousness. But know one thing very simply. There is one knowing principle. And this knowing principle is actually speaking, Atman alone is the knowing principle in this entire experience. Experiencer. Huh? Now, you use whatever terms you want to use. You want to use awareness of something, conscious of something. These are all actually referring to one knowing principle, that's all. So let us not be worried about, don't play with words. The problem with all the intellectuals, they are just playing with words. Go to the experience. Go to the root of your own experience. You will understand what is the meaning of knowing. You are the knower, always. Or you call it conscious, you call it awareness, you're playing with words. But there is one knowing principle, which is incontrovertible. That's the point. Yes, Utkarsh?
In the dream state and the sleep state, it runs on sort of an autopilot mode. We're not in control.
In dream and?
Sleep state.
That's it.
But in the waking state, there's some authority or some part of the psychophysical complex that makes us feel that we are in control. So what is that part of the psychophysical?
That's true. That is the feature of the so-called waking state. Here, that's why the other two states, we are remembering them. That's why Gaudapatacharya, if you remember, the Gaudapatacharya says that all the three states are actually experienced in the so-called this waking state. In this waking state itself, you can experience consciously the dream as well as sleep. But every night when you fall into sleep, we are going there as if in an autopilot, whatever terms you have used. It is happening. But actually, when you wake up from sleep and dream, you are remembering it. So here there is a kind of a conscious activity is taking place only in the so-called waking state. That is a fact. That is why we have, this awakening is also taking place in the waking state. Is it not? This Guru's Upadesha to the seeker of truth, it is taking place in this waking state. From here the real shaking gets, the jiva gets the real shaking in the waking state, and the dream and the sleep is broken here in the waking state. So that's a fact. It's a fact of experience.
Is it like him or Vivek or Buddhi which makes us feel that we're in control of the waking state?
Whatever it is a feature of this waking state. The feature of the waking state is that here you are doing things consciously. In the other two states, it is happening absolutely unconsciously. It is the feature, it is the very state. But to put it in Vivekananda's words, it's a statement of fact. Certain things are simply facts. You can't ask why is it like that. That is the very nature, is it not? If you ask why is that in dream, we are not knowing that it is dream. It is just the nature of that state. Similarly, in the waking, this is the very fact of this state, that in this state, you are consciously doing certain things which has got its ramification on the so-called dream state. It's a fact of experience. There's no question of why and how. It's a simple statement of fact.
Maharaj, as a syllable, Om, can it be divided in waking, all the three states? Different three.
Yeah. Bharati, we are coming to that. The next 5 mantras are completely that. Now see, let me introduce the next subject. Till now the whole story is over. We have understood the meaning of Om. Om means what? What is your name? What does it mean? Utkarsh, what is your name? What does it mean? Siraj, what's your name? What does it mean? Kaustav, what's your name? Ishwara. Om. Shakti, what's your name? What does it mean?
Chatushpadatman.
Manju,
My Om.
Some doubt.
I actually said my name is Om.
Manju is hesitating. क्या ओम है या मंजू है?
Yeah, I wanted to say the complete sentence. My name is Om.
So, actually the thing is over. We are all nothing but Om. Om is the only thing existing. Om means the ultimate reality. In one sentence, Om means the ultimate reality. Atman, Brahman. Om means the complete kind. With 3 quarters, without 3 quarters, doesn't matter. It is the complete reality. With Saguna, Nirguna. It refers to Brahman, Saguna, Nirguna, both. Apara, Para Brahman. Om. Om is the complete picture of reality. Now, with this understanding, if you have really caught it, and if you have really assimilated it, the fruit will be evident. Now, because we have not got it correctly, the next 5 verses belong to a different category. What is that category? You know, Upasana. In all the Upanishads you will find, first the Upanishad will present to us the Tattva Jnanam. But Tattva Jnanam, most of us fail to catch it. When we fail to catch the supreme knowledge which is given in this first 7 mantras, we have read the 7 mantras, no? The 5 mantras are pending. In the first 7 mantras, the plain truth is placed before us through Om. Through the determination of Om, the picture of complete reality is presented to us in the first 7 mantras. But most of us, owing to lack of competence and eligibility, even after listening to this, we fail to catch it. Then Upanishad is so kind. If you have not succeeded in catching this Tattva Jnanam, now let us do one thing. Don't worry, my children, don't worry. There is another method. Let us practice Upasana. Now, this very Om will be taken as a pratika, as a symbol to practice Upasana. The next 5 mantras are dedicated to that. When you do that, in and through that, you will be gaining the competence to understand the real meaning of Om. So the next 5 mantras are very beautiful, and I think for most of us that will be more relevant. If you have got this part, then the whole thing is over actually, nothing more to be told. But if you haven't got this correctly, then the next 5 mantras are dedicated to using Om as a symbol, as a pratika. And there, this Bharati, what you have asked, is going to come. That is breaking down Om into 3 syllables. A, U, and Vam. And using this Om as a pratika, as a symbol of reality. Here we are not using any symbol. We are plainly determining the meaning of Om, and it should illumine your heart. But if this is not working for you, then let us do one thing. Let us use this Om as a symbol and practice meditation on that in a particular manner. How we have to do that? That is what is the subject matter of the remaining 5 mantras, which we shall take from tomorrow onwards. Yes. Last question.
Swami, you said that Turiya and Pragya are 2 different states. No, but in the morning you said that if you enter
Yes,
consciously,
exactly,
then you'll walk
consciously. Unconsciously, Pragya and Turiya, they are different. Pragya entering Pragya unconsciously, that cannot be Turiya. But if you are consciously entering into that state, then that Pragya is no more Pragya. The seed is gone. The truth will be revealed. This is a very subtle differentiation. All these things will be understood when we start practicing it. When you are consciously entering into the causal state, the seed is destroyed and Turiya is revealed. That's the point. But if you are the unconscious entry into the causal state, that is not Turiya. That is the causal state. That is the state of bondage. That is the difference. Let's stop. Yes.
Is this the called Nirvikalpa Samadhi, that conscious,
Which one?
that consciously entering?
See, don't bother. Again, the people I know this will come. This Nirvikalpa, Savikalpa and all khichadi. Don't worry about this. See, I'll tell you, Ronalika. No, I will tell you Om. There's no Runalika here. It's Om. Huh? We should try to practice. Actually, don't have to. If you go into the streets and tell Om, they will then say something is wrong with this person. But internally, that should be our attitude. We are dealing with Om. Change your vision. We are dealing not with Anant or Deepak or anybody. We are dealing with Om. It's all Om. It's all Chatushpad Atman. Inner vision should change. Then see, you will never be deluded. You will be free. This is spiritual practice. It is not the question of just waving some light in front of the photograph. Come out of that. This is the real spiritual practice. Seeing divinity with open eyes. You are Om. I am Om. Everybody is Om. Everybody. Om means Chatushpadatma. Let this be deeply impressed in your hearts. So don't worry about the samadhi and all. What is the main thing, Dispelling of avidya. That is sufficient. If avidya is gone, don't worry what name you will give it to it. People worry about this. Oh, ye nirvikalpa hai, savikalpa hai. Don't bother about it. Avidya should go away. That's all. It's gone, the job is done. If you do this, it will go away. So don't bother about all these terms, Lot of discussions, they just waste their time on this nirvikalpa samadhi, savikalpa samadhi, bhava samadhi. This is all just playing with words. When you do this, avidya goes away. That's all. The job is done.
But as you said, without vairagya, we cannot achieve anything.
Exactly.
So how is...
Without vairagya, how can? See, when you have deep attachment and infatuation for, first of all, in your mind or in my mind, this is world. World, miscomprehension of reality. We are living in miscomprehension of reality. And in that, you have deep attachment to the different characters and ingredients of this miscomprehended reality. How can you come to the reality? So the first and foremost pillar of the spiritual practice is vairagya. To develop dispassion or distaste for this idea that this is world. And distaste for all these physical things, physically connected things. All this, our ideas of me and mine, and which is all body-centered. We have to rise above that. Without this vairagya, no one, absolutely, what all we have discussed, remember, it is never going to be a fact of reality without this one factor of vairagya. Please note it down. It is impossible. This entire exercise, what we have discussed, it stands on the strong pillar of Tyaga and Vairagya. You want to see the demonstration? Look at your Ishta. Who is your Ishta? Ramakrishna. Most of you are Ram. See, he is the king of Vairagis. What he stands for? Without Vairagya, nothing is going to happen. He is the king of Vairagya. Anyway, let's start. It's 8:30 already. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. So you see, lot of food for manana. It's complete change of your identity. Our true identity is what? Om. Om means you are that. You should live with this new identity and see how the soul awakens.